Kia ora Aotearoa, welcome to NFULFX.
I'm Mark and here's Toots. We've got a huge show for you tonight. The big one, I suppose, is Rosie. She's nearly finished. We've got the suspension from Autolign, we've got the wheels from Mag and Turbo.
Exhaust from Pit Stop. Everyone's just jumping on board to get her finished. She's almost done.
Nearly there. Also, we bring you NFULFX. Tonight, Azhar's car, it's amazing.
Top show car in the country right now. I tell you, we can't wait to show you what this car looks like. We're also going to be bringing you the round 3 of the drifting in Pukekohe. All those sideways action, man, it's awesome.
Absolutely mental day out there. And we also check out the guys from Advanti, so stick around for another half hour. Hardcore Kiwi car porn. Right here on NFULFX.
Hey, did you see the bling out there? Is that what it is?
Look at the shiny.
That's NFULFX.
Let's go play.
Let's go say hello.
Well done.
Hey there, brother.
Respect. All right.
Hey, you coming in for some BK tonight?
Yeah, man.
Tell you what, man, I brought my copy of Rotary Motorsport. I wanted to show Aotearoa the big thing that's happening about it, and that's the drifting side of things. Now, there's no tracks for drifting on Forza, but I tell you what, it's going off online. So, do you mind if we hook up your Xbox? We'll go, mate. You gave me the keys. Bye.
Oh, beautiful.
Look at the leather interior here. Anyway, as I was saying, there are no dedicated drift tracks on Rotary Motorsport. So what's happened is that online people have chosen a track to get drifting on. How you go find a track is you get onto free run,
Right.
all right, and you got to choose the point-to-point race. And the track of choice at the moment seems to be the Fujimi Kaido downhill track. We've got my 700 horsepower peripheral ported turbo RX-7.
Feel like Mr. Bateson.
Let's see if we can get this thing sideways. Here we go.
Look at that.
Stay away from the walls as much as you can. I guess it's more or less like a drifting thing, all right? Handbrake on an Xbox controller is just the green button or the A button. That gets you going sideways, and you just basically tap the accelerator, which is the right trigger, to get you going and keep you sliding. Much like real life, it's not always about power. It's just about control.
It's about inertia.
Exactly. And what happens is online is that they post the replays. Everyone goes through, judges it on the replay that they do. Style, speed, angle, and control. You know? But hey, just for the other gamers out there who like your PS2, I've also got another big title to show you as well.
What's that?
It's called Cold Winter, man. It's a first-person shoot-'em-up. It's rated R18. It's pretty graphic, but I tell you what, it's awesome. If you like games like Doom and the like, this brings everything like that. You get all your ammunition, and probably one of the best things about it is that it almost imitates reality, where you can sort of knock over a cupboard and use it as a shield, all that sort of stuff, man. It's
Lots
great.
of blood and guts?
Lots of blood and guts.
I'm going to love that.
You in that?
Yeah, I like that.
You're a blood and guts kind of guy.
I got it, man. I can't do drifting like you can.
Tell you what.
Give me a gun.
Well, that's us for the CPI review for this week. Next week on NFULFX, we'll be doing a roundup on all the games that we've covered over the season. So that's us. We're going to do some more drifting on the Xbox.
Oh, check that out.
Whatever.
This week on Project Retro Conversion, we're getting really close to a roadworthy Rosie. Fresh engine, gearbox, full panel and paint, and we're part way to putting Humpty Dumpty back together again. First up, Gadget trucks over to Autolign to collect Rosie's freshened suspension and brakes. Here we find Anthony gathering the final bits needed for assembly of Rosie's underpinnings. Gadget is greeted with an astonishing array of freshened and new gear, including new Munro Jetty gas shocks, Dobie Sport progressive front rake springs, new tie rod ends and Nolithane bushes all round. Into the truck all the parts go. What a great job Anthony and the team at Autolign have done. Now to Camz Motorsport and Tauranga as we push on through to the next step of creating Rosie's new engine mounts. Brendan takes Gadget through the workshop and sees our mountless engine bay. We'll sort that out. Front cross members are an off-the-shelf item with only the brackets requiring fabrication for genuine Mazda engine mounts as seen here. Measuring for accuracy, templates are created for all mounting points ensuring optimum placement of the 13B bridgie. Onto the mild steel plate where the template will be cut. The steel bracket, once cut and bent, is positioned for tack welding to the engine mount. Don't forget your welding mask. When positioned correctly, the whole mounting bracket is undone and welded completely. And hey presto, engine mounts are done. Great work, guys. Back in Auckland, Gadget spins around to Kiwi RE in search of extractors for Rosie's 13B. In the showroom sits custom exhaust flanges. Multi-talented Warren wastes no time and gets to work. On with the welding gear. The steel elbows are welded to the exhaust flange. The chin length headers look fantastic and should make the rotor breathe easy. Care has been taken to ensure the space has been allowed for here and here. Good on you, Kiwi RE. Gadget, the lads, even the boss gives Rosie a push, seeing that she's not able to travel under her own steam yet, to Mag and Turbo Warehouse to have her new Advanti wheels fitted, the ones that you chose. You didn't choose the Medusa, you also didn't choose the SA15s. It came down to the wire between the Nitros and the ULFX. The victor being the ULFX, with its deep dish style finished in silver. Great choice, New Zealand. Out to the back to be shod with Tornado tyres, balancing and eventually fitting. This month, Mag and Turbo have a special where if you buy any set of new wheels and tyres, you receive a Adobe Sport Spring Kit absolutely free. Because our suspension is sorted, we don't need them. But if you want them, email Toots at importx.co.nz and give us a good reason why you should own our Adobe Sport Spring Kit. Meanwhile, Rosie's first rim is coming off the balancing machine. Off with the old and on with the new. Starting with this fancy and absolutely legal hub adapter. Simply place over the original hub and fasten. A quick torque up and the ULFX is ready to go on. What a class looking wheel. Don't forget to email Toots with why you deserve our leftover Adobe Sport lowering kit. Thanks Mag and Turbo. Class.
Coming up after the break, we check out the drifting at D1NZ and we have a look at the YHI warehouse.
Hey, we're the girls from D1NZ and you're watching Import X.
To check out what's new with Advanti, we head for the source at the YHI warehouse with wheels and tyres everywhere. We need an expert and here he is.
Hello, you're back with me, Jonathan from YHI. We've got so many new wheels for you, we thought we'd better show you them again. It's been a long time since I was last here. I think I had hair last time, didn't I? But anyway, we're going to start off with something anyone that's into bling bling is going to love. This is the latest 24-inch Hummer H2 wheel. She's big, she's huge, she's covered in a lot of chrome, and it's real sexy. Anyway, another one, probably a little bit more interested in, is the Vapor. The Vapor is available from 20-inch all the way down to 18s, and available in 4-stud and 20-inch, as well as Subaru, etc. And it's quite a narrow wheel, so you can get those on nice and easily on small cars. Next one, Cardiac. Sexy, 20 by 7.5, 18 inch as well, also available in 4-stud and 4 Subaru. One of the things though, if you're putting these on your car, is you're thinking, what am I going to put on in tyres? You know, there's not much available in that. Well, you need such low profile tyres, there's almost no profile. This is our latest. 20 inch, 225, 3020 Nankang NS2. If you have a look at that, there's not much sidewall on that puppy. I'm struggling to fit the words on the thing. And the next one you may have seen as an option for Rosie is the Medusa. Medusa would be one of our top selling wheels at the moment, and you can see why. It is absolutely one stunning looking wheel and really, really different. And for all you guys driving old school cars, you want to know about this one. This one's called the Dart, one of our latest arrivals. It's available in hyper black paint. You get a wicked late model finish. But one of the wicked things about it is, if we turn it over, it's got no stud pattern in it. Where's it gone? Well, actually, we drill it to whatever you need. So if you're driving a 4 and 110 rotary, we can drill it to that. You're driving an old school SR, we can drill it to that. We can drill it to whatever you need at the right offset, no problem. So that means old school cars, you want the Dart. Easy as, no spacers, no adapters, bolt straight on, go through your warrant nice and easy. Sweet as. Offset, what is it? Everyone talks about it, everyone says it's the wrong offset for your car, but you don't really know what they're talking about. Let me show you. Center line in your wheel. Mounting face. That distance there is your offset. So for your average front wheel drive car, you're looking around about 40 millimeters positive to the front of the wheel from the center line.
Pukekohe has seen a lot of action recently, and here is our coverage of round 3 of the D1NZ Drifting Champs. Look at these guys getting their slide on.
What are the judges looking for?
Two things today, mainly speed and angle of the car. There's also a bonus for style, like rev limiting, extra little flare, pushing your car hard. And when we come into the battle, they're actually looking for chase points as well, how close you can keep that car to the one in front by both keeping it sideways and your speed up.
You've got a huge field today. Who do you think's going to take it out?
Oh, I don't know. It started off wet in the morning. A lot of the underpowered cars having a real ball. It's starting to dry out now. Honestly, it's anyone's game.
Over 3,000 people converged to the track. The weather wasn't too flash, but they loved all the action.
What do you think of today?
Oh, it's pretty good, eh?
Favourite car?
fingers.
Bang it in.
Boy, she's one Fangadan fan. Oh, bit of a love tap. This is just some of the carnage that you can expect at a drifting event. Look at all this stuff. Bumpers flying off everywhere, and as committed as they are, what they use are cable ties, simple cable ties, to attach them back to the chassis. It wasn't all pretty that day, but there were a few minor mishaps.
Now, we had a bit of an interview with Reese Millen the other day. He's saying that over in the States, they run a lot wider tyre. What do you think that'd be like down here to try that?
It's fine for racing. It's got 550 horsepower. That's cool, but most of these guys are still honing their skills. We'll get there, no doubt, but we've got to walk before we run.
Qualifying is now over in round 3 of the D1NZ series. We're going to head out to the pits and have a chat to some of the racers out there. So let's check it out. Smokey, how's the track suited you?
It's been a bit tricky. It was patchy earlier. It was wet and there was a bit of mud on the track, but it's dried out now, and yeah, I'm finding it not too bad now.
What are the psychological things that go through your mind when before you head out there?
I had a bit of trouble earlier, got a bit frustrated. I remember Justin telling me sort of just take a deep breath, calm down, and I fell into the zone.
We understand this is your first time qualifying as well, and also first time going to do some battle with another competitor. Tell us about that.
I'm going to go out and represent for the boys and just do my best, do what I've been doing all day.
Well, Sean, you've had a good day so far. I suppose it's turned to crap, really, hasn't it?
It has kind of turned to crap. I've just put a new motor in and it's cracked a piston now, but that's how it goes.
Now, earlier this morning, you had a bit of a kiss against the wall.
I did. I'm quite impressed how soft those tyres were. I was expecting a lot more of a bang.
The morning was good, though.
I had a lot of fun in the morning. Yeah, I just enjoyed skidding my car, giving it shit.
The judges were really impressed throughout the day as the drivers have really stepped up their game. Battle of the Sylvias this round. Look how controlled these guys are getting their cars.
What's the date for round 4?
27th of July.
You guys can attend that as well. Look on the website, D1NZ.co.nz. Come out and support these guys. They put in a huge effort. And these cars are fantastic. I tell you what, they really are giving it absolute death.
Yeah, it's all for you.
Oh, these drifters sure know how to turn it on. Coming up next, we check out New Zealand's most coveted show car on the import circuit, and in RetroCon Part 2, we observe the pit stop exhaust masters in action. And our KE30 gets wired at Redwood Auto Electrical, and we show you the lost tapes of the ladies from the Rotary SummerDrags, so stick around.
Hi, I'm Azhar, and this is my 200SX S14. About 6 years ago, I swapped this vehicle for my Supra, and from there onwards, it just kept on going. The first step went to me having a crash. All I did to it then was intercooler, wheels and suspension, and then I added on aftermarket Japanese body kit. After the second crash, we took it back down to Dr. Bob's at Westside Panelbeaters to look like a full-on show car, which has the more pearls, the sparkles, the whole flick to the paint job. The body changed as well, going from an S14 front to a S15 front, welded together. The airbrushing was done by Steve Levine at Imagineering over the shore. They came up with a theme, they came up with the idea. We went with a two-tone colour to make the roof look smaller and look like a drop-top vehicle. The rear taillights, I walked into K-Style in Hobson Street there, and they had a sample set that just came into the country, and I had to grab it. Engine bay, Dynamic Automotive, they went to it, fabricating everything from the power steering tank to doing custom oil tank, to doing all the plumbing, and basically fitting all the aftermarket products. The engine is the SR20 DET, poured and polished head, 1.2mm metal gasket. It's got a rocket stopper kit in it, mounted a Garrett 5-inch core intercooler in the front, plumbed into Turbonetics Godzilla blow-off valve. Made a custom aluminium air intake system with Turbonetics hoses applied to the whole plumbing. Turbonetics clamps was used. Trust air filter, dynamic automotive air filter cover as well was applied to. Then we fitted a Z32 airflow meter from Nissan 300ZX twin turbo. HKS top camber kits. We applied chrome to every single thing we could do. The undercarriages are painted, chromed, refabricated and mounted with all the aftermarket wishbones and camber kits. You name it, we've put it on there. Front side of the suspension is airbag, which was fitted and fabricated by Quest 4. The rear is air rams. Why we had to fit the air rams was because we could not fit the airbags up to the top mount. In the boot, it's got a 20-litre tank sitting in the boot with all half-inch lines going through it. Interior of this vehicle is all customized again. The dash was done by Dashboard Restorations over the shore by Dave. He done an awesome job on the dash. We fitted it with custom pillars, engage pods and aftermarket pillars on the side. It's run by a Apex Power FC computer, which was supplied by Dynamic Automotive. He tuned the vehicle at Torque Performance, got 220 kilowatts out of it. The interior work was done by Scott at Scott's Upholstery. He has done an outstanding job. The front two seats are all Recaro Evo 6 seats. The rear seats recut and remolded again, which could hold my Xbox. This signature in the middle of my console here is by Chip Foose. He has inspired me to build this car. The good people at Panasonic supplied me with the head unit. My sponsors, Rapid Radio, came up with the installation of my audio gear. 2 6-inch Soundstream fronts, exact stereo speakers, and the rear 2 12-inch Tarantula subs with a Tarantula amp, and 2 other Soundstream exact amplifiers. Going with the middle of the sub 1 farad capacitor. On the underside of the boot lid is where my 3 TVs and 2 more speakers are sitting. So far this year I have competed in 3 events. The first event was the launch of the vehicle, 2005 Foreign Rotary Nationals. That's where I took 8 awards, Best Nissan, Best Airbrushing and Extreme Paint Award and People's Choice. The second event, 2005 South Island Champ, I won 7 awards, and going down to Auto Salon, I won the King of Auto Salon. My ultimate goal would be to park my car next to Chip Foose at SEMA.
Meanwhile, Project RetroCon heads off to pit stop, the exhaust and undercar experts. Up on the hoist, Rosie goes. Gadget greets Pipemaster Lance. Gadget thinks a straight pipe is the go, but for ground clearance and compliance, Lance shows the most acceptable path for the exhaust. A resonator here, and up and over the diff for the dumpy muffler here. Wicked. They shoot off into the showroom to look over pit stop's vast array of muffler options. Carbon fibre? Nah. Titanium? Nah. Stainless steel dump pipe. With a wee bend here and a cut there, Lance seems to make light work of a very tough job. These particular pit stop resonators have been chosen as the internal chamber has a gasket and is designed to contract and expand under extreme heat. Perfect for our 13B Bridgie. A good exhaust can add anywhere up to 25 horsepower to your car. We're using 2.5-inch pipe. This is going to help Rosie's flow. Squaring up the dumpy, Lance works out where the final pipe is to go over the diff. Clearance is critical here. We don't want any knocking or burnt feet. Squaring up the dumpy. There she sits, looking good. Lance is an expert welder and our joins are seamless. We next strap up the dumpy. Look at this exhaust. Woo-wee! Thank you, Pit Stop. We really love our new exhaust and can't wait to hear her running. Cheers, Lance. And thanks heaps, Pit Stop. Meanwhile, Gadget and his team, still on push power, pedal Rosie around to Redwood Auto Electrical. experts on all things that spark and soundstream. Gadget's team takes this opportunity to start reassembling various body components. Carl from Redwood wires up the new alternator and all of the electricals. It's very important to get this bit right. There's no second prize, and without spark, there's no go. While Carl wires, Gadget takes the time to assemble the new clutch pedal setup, which will be attached to the firewall in the existing factory holes. That's how it works, and there it is. Then the sound ending and new carpet that was custom made by our friends from Autodeck. They came and measured Rosie for a perfect fit. Well done, Autodeck. The engine bay starting to look finished. Everything is coming together. Rosie's nearly done. The wiring's all finished. The lights are working, thanks to Carl from Redwood. Our Rosie is certainly taking shape. Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Join us next time, Toots, because we've got a mad one on.
Oh, we have got a huge one. We bring you our footage from our Talk Performance Import X Dyno Day, all that big horsepower grunty stuff.
Rosie will be finally finished. We also bring you the best of our season, and it's going to be awesome. So join us next week for more hardcore Kiwi car porn right here on Import X. See you.